It's not far now, just the last pull up, I think. Hopefully it's not going to be one of those tricksy hills. Oh, you tricksy hills. Wasn't she a jazz singer in the 30s? Trixie Hills? Hello mountain chums, me again today. Today we're embarking on a 3 Dodds day and a little Clough Head. The weather is mixed. We've already had some rain that I was promised wasn't going to happen until after lunchtime, so who knows what will happen today. So far it's kind of a nice day. I've parked at the Legburthwaite car park and we're heading south towards Thirlmere before breaking left up the hill. A fairly steep ascent, I think, heading towards Styx Pass, or Pass, rather than my original plan, which was to go north and turn right and go up Clough Head. I'm not entirely sorry to be abandoning that, because my recollection is that the climb up Clough Head, which we will be going down, is a bit of a stinker, and you may quote me. We'll get past this little row of cottages and head on up the road to the left, up by Stybarrow. It is reassuring to be able to see the tops of the hills you're aiming for. I'm not sure that's entirely going to be the case today. Hey, some herdy friends. Hello, herdy friends. If only there was some sort of sign. Aha! I can hear the beck, and there should be a footbridge. At this footpath sign we're going to carry straight on up the left-hand side. There's a right-hand fork which presumably goes round towards Rays, Helvellyn. We're going basically straight up. Get a lovely view back up the valley towards High Rays, the foothills of Skidder. And I'm not just saying that because I want to break, because I'm terribly unfit. Slightly doing that because I want to break and I'm terribly unfit. I'm certainly not going to deny that this is steep and, in the aftermath of a fell race, very slippy. But slow and steady. Slow and steady. It's a very civilised set of zigzags. Take some of the pain out of it. Oh, and there's Thirlmere. Looking a little low today. I think it's going to be quite blowy at the top. I think the forecast is for gusts of up to 60 miles an hour, which is another reason for not delaying getting up there. I mean, it reasonably might be a reason for not going up in the first place, but we're here now, so let's everyone just try and enjoy it, shall we? I'd say we're sort of roughly above where the top of High Rays is. Assuming all goes to plan, the route we'll be taking back to where we parked follows the edge of High Rays by the river, and I suspect it will be in the rain. But you know, Thirlmere's got to be topped up somehow. Hello, the sunshine. From here we'll follow the path that goes around the edge of the fence posts And when the fence posts shear off to the left, that will be the end of the worst bit of steepness for today. Going up anyway. There you go. That better? Oh dear. Excitingly, you seem to be above the level of the clouds. Can't be sure if that's a good thing or not. I suspect not on balance, but there we go. I put that down as mildly strenuous. I can start to see where we're going. Stybarrow Dodd has just come out of the clouds. I think it's going to be a bit cummy-going most of the day. But that's all right. It adds some visual splendour to proceedings. So there's the fence breaking left. And by my calculations, the next bit should be slightly more gentle. A little bit more easygoing. A little bit more cup of tea and a biscuit rather than a vodka and... It's not my area. Oh, that's not to say there isn't rain. It's definitely felt a little bit just there. Slippy, slippy, slippy. Don't like it. It would be really nice if the rain could stop in a minute. Lovely sheepfold. Need to work. Excellent views. Doer upper. Right, we're making progress. Off to the left is Stybarrow Dodd, which will be our first Wainwright, and then I think over there is Watson's Dodd, and the other Dodds are over that way, a bit more, you know. We are on our way up Styx Pass, or Pass, and it's the highest pass in the Lake District, traversed by a bridleway at 745 metres, 2,444 feet. Apparently the name possibly means Hill of the Steep Path. And yes, I should Coco. The path has levelled out quite a bit, so it's not quite as intense as it was. Just about make out the sun. Go on, son. Give it some welly. There's a dividing of paths here. The left-hand one seems to go straight up Stybarrow Dodd, but it's not on the maps. And without being too precious about it, I'm not going to walk up a path that isn't really supposed to be there. So for now we're going to carry straight on to Styx Pass, and then we'll turn left and do it proper like. Don't make your own paths, they ruin the fells. A stick scale off to the right, and up beyond it is Raise, or Geze, if we remember our Old Norse. We did Raise as part of our Helvellyn circuit, which you can see somewhere here. We're nearly at the pass, or pass, and if you were to carry straight on, you can go down into Glenridding. We're going to turn left, right takes you to Raise, and Whiteside, and off down to Helvellyn. So it's up to Helvellyn, really. Just here is the cairn, which marks where we turn left to head up Stybarrow Dodd. Get a great view down over to, I think, the Sheffield Pike and down into Glenridding. Can't see Ullswater from here, but maybe from up there. On y va. Off to the right is Hartside, which is another Wainwright, but we're not doing it today because it's about, I don't know, 1.5 miles away, which will add another 2.5, 3 miles to the day. Given it's about 10.5 miles to begin with, and it's likely to rain this afternoon, I'm going to skip for now. We will come back to it another time, hopefully, all being well, you know, fingers crossed, etc. There's Ullswater, and just off in the cloud, Place Vale. It's always nice when you get to see how all the hills join together. You get a real sense of the geography of Lakeland. Excitingly, this isn't the top. The top is still a little bit over here. But we are getting there. No, that's not the top either. It's that one there. This one. This one. This one. There you go, that's Stybarrow Dodd, our first Wainwright of the day. 843 metres, 2,766 feet. From here we head sort of west, northwest, over towards Watson's Dodd, and just carry on going north, basically. Oh, what a view. Looking south, you can see Rays, Whiteside, Catstead Cam, just the easterly slopes of Helvellyn, but it is windy. Getting a bit chilly. Let's get a move on. This is a very exhilarating little walk. Nice to be able to stretch your legs and actually just get a move on rather than clumping slowly up a hill. Well, that was fun. That brings us to Watson's Dodd, our second Wainwright of the day. 789 metres, 2,589 feet. From here we're going to zigzag northeast again up to Great Dodd, and let's just see if we can keep ahead of the rain. Famous last words, but I think we're on the only hills today that don't seem to be covered in cloud. Up to the west is Keswick, and you can just about make out the top of Derwentwater. So you get a lot of views of lakes from here, weather very much permitting. We've made good progress on the way up Great Dodd. It's not far now, just the last pull up, I think. Hopefully it's not going to be one of those tricksy hills. Oh, you tricksy hills. Wasn't she a jazz singer in the 30s? Trixie Hills. I happen to know that this little lump is not actually the summit. The summit is a bit further on, a little bit more to the north. where there's a cairn, but we'll get there. Oh, don't you worry, we will get there. Probably. So the shelter cairn is not to the top, but is, you know, obviously a shelter. Wow, you can see over to Carrick Fell, Souther Fell, Blencathra, just about. Very nice. There you go then, that's Great Dodd, our third Wainwright of the day. 857 metres, 2,812 feet. It's the highest we're going to be today, so it should all be downhill from here, apart from the uphill bits. The speed those clouds are moving gives you some idea how windy it is today. From here we're going to head over to Clough Head, which is our final Wainwright of the day. And that wind went right up my nose. Oh, it's very brisk. Very brisk. Hopefully the wind will drop a little bit as we get down over this lump. Right, I've stopped for lunch, got cold, watched the clouds scud by. A boggy bit. Is it going to be a leap? Is it going to be a walk around? Maybe both. Maybe both. Let's try that. There you go. Some thrills, some peril. Oh, I feel so alive. I see it. I see the top. Oddly, the trig point with the cairn next to it looks like a miniature Thunacar knot. There you go then, that's Clough Head. 726 metres, 2,382 feet. Clough is apparently a dialect word from Old English, meaning a ravine, which is probably the steep valley just below Red Screes, which is behind me. You get an amazing view of Blencathra, which is across the other side of the valley, down into Keswick, back up towards the Dodds. It's quite an unprepossessing hill in itself, but the views are amazing. It's definitely worth doing, not just because it's a Wainwright. Right, from here we're going to head off basically west towards St John's in the Vale and wend our way back down through the quarries, hopefully avoiding falling in them. Come on. This is where the path takes a turn to the right and takes a diagonal route across the slope. Off to the right you can see Red Screes and the valley leading down into Thirlmere. As you can see, this route cuts down the really steep side of Clough Head, and it's a good job it's here because otherwise it would be even more of a pain than it is. Looking ahead, you can see how the path bends round to the left and goes over the far edge of the little quarry down there. We've done about, I'd say, 2/3 of the route, so we've got 1/3 left to do. I mean, that's basic maths, or math if you prefer, depending where you're from, or your preference for plurals. Yeah, just as slippy going down as it is going up. But you can go this way if you prefer, if you really, you know, are having a bad day and want to make it worse. Now, the top of Blencathra is completely clear of cloud, which is a little tongue twister for you. Skidder's still covered in cloud though. Boo. To our left there's quite a big quarry, so we'll be avoiding that and we'll be going round, well, from here, the right hand side of it where there's a stile, which I think takes us around a safer route. Caution! Quarries ahead. It's when they leap, that's when you need to be worried. Follow the zigzag road down and you eventually get to this little footpath. And there we go, back on a sort of road. And this takes us back to the main road and we'll cross over and then we'll do the next bit. Now technically you could just walk back along the road, but there's not a lot of space and people tend to go quite quickly. So I'm going to take the footpath on the other side of the valley. Apart from anything else, my recollection is it's very nice. Right, we cross over the road here, and what do we do when we're crossing roads? That's right, we take care, don't we? Even though, and it's been well established by now, I am not your mother. Crossing the valley also affords us the opportunity to look back and see where we've been today. Oh, we've been really high! Amazing. That is St John's Beck we're crossing over. And as the road itself bends round to the right, there should be a footpath that goes straight on. Of course, if you had the energy and inclination, you could add high rig to this walk and make it a 5 Wainwright today. I'm not doing that because I've done it before and I am tired. But don't let that put you off. We don't need that footbridge. We carry on past Bridge House, straight on up the valley. From here, Clough Head looks absolutely enormous. And there's a huge gash in the side of it, which is Bramcrag Quarry. My grandmother had a saying, which is, if you can see the backs of a tree's leaves, you know it's going to rain. Well, I can see the backs of the leaves, and it's definitely raining. Fair play to you, Grandma. Hello. Hello, everyone. Let's all just be nice and relaxed. It's windy, isn't it? It is windy. I mean, this was expected, and this is the reason we're doing it this way around, because I'd rather be walking in the rain on the flat, even with the wind, than be descending that route from Styx Pass in the rain and the wind and the steep. There are times to style and times not to style. And I feel that now is not a time to style. It does feel uncomfortably like being really close to a racetrack. Fortunately, we turn off this road again now and make our last way back to the car. It's a day of many weathers, several Dodds, one Clough Head, and this old road brings us back to the car park. That's about it from me for today. Thank you very much for watching, if indeed you still are. If you've enjoyed this, do please like and subscribe. And join us another time, hopefully, for another walk in the lakes. Stay safe. From here we're going to zigzag over to No. I feel so alive. His last words were, I feel so alive. It's a good way round this way, because the way we're just going to head off. Try that again. This is a good way round because the way we go off, it's not working, is it?